Get ready for a seismic sports update. Newcastle and Sunderland are set to clash in a derby that's more than just a game. This isn't just any match. It's the Tyne-Wear derby, reigniting one of English football's most intense rivalries this weekend at St James Park. But why the unusual 12:00 p.m. kickoff on a Sunday? We've got the inside scoop on the TV coverage and crowd safety measures for this explosive fixture. And the drama doesn't stop there. Reports are flying that Newcastle United is eyeing a massive £40 million move for a Chelsea star. Could this be the game-changer Eddie Howe needs to revamp his attack? We're breaking down the details on who it is and why this transfer could reshape the Magpies' season. But what does this all mean for the team on the pitch? We're going inside the fan perspective on Newcastle's performance after that tough Champions League exit and how the pressure is mounting for the derby. Can they bounce back and secure that crucial European spot? We're also getting an expert breakdown on how Regis Lebris might set up Sunderland to frustrate Newcastle and what it takes to break down a stubborn defense. Plus, who are the standout players driving the Magpies this season? Don't miss a second of this deep dive into all things Newcastle United and the Tyne-Wear derby. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss a moment.
Never run out of battery again with the INIU portable charger, the slimmest 10,000 mAh power bank that keeps your devices charged on the go. Stay powered up wherever you go. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
The Tyne-Wear derby, more than just a game, it's history. This weekend, one of English football's most passionate rivalries explodes back to life as Newcastle United faces Sunderland at St James Park. But it's not just the on-field battle that's making headlines. The match has a rare 12:00 p.m. kickoff, a strategic move to accommodate live television coverage on Sky Sports, placing it just before another major final. This earlier start is a common tactic for high-stakes derbies, designed not only for broadcast, but crucially for managing crowd safety and minimizing potential disorder. A stark reminder of past incidents like the infamous 2013 clash, where crowd emotions boiled over. While Newcastle is known for its welcoming atmosphere, Sunderland supporters are bracing for an intense reception and will be under police escort to the stadium. For both clubs, this fixture is immense, not just for bragging rights, but for their current league standing and recent form. Newcastle, reeling from a significant defeat in Barcelona, is desperate for a strong response at home, especially against rivals they haven't beaten in the league for 15 years. Sunderland, however, carries the psychological edge, unbeaten in their last 10 league meetings against the Magpies. This encounter promises fireworks, a true test of nerve and skill that could define seasons for both sides. This derby is a pressure cooker, but what happens next is even more game-changing. Could Newcastle be lining up a blockbuster, signing from Chelsea, to reignite their attack? Newcastle United's £40 million gamble, a Chelsea star in sight. As the summer transfer window looms, Newcastle United is reportedly making bold moves, with fresh reports from TalkSport indicating a serious interest in Chelsea striker Liam Delap. This isn't the first time Delap has been on Newcastle's radar. He previously held talks with Eddie Howe before opting for Stamford Bridge last summer. Despite a difficult campaign at Chelsea, where he scored only one Premier League goal, Newcastle seemingly sees significant untapped potential. The club often prioritizes trajectory over short-term dips, and Delap's past record of 12 goals in 37 appearances for Ipswich still carries weight. The arrival of Liam Rosenior as Chelsea's manager has shifted the attacking hierarchy, relegating Delap to a bit-part role and potentially opening the door for a move. Newcastle's recruitment strategy thrives on identifying talented players who become available under the right conditions. The reported £40 million valuation reflects his potential and the inflated Premier League market. Newcastle's urgency stems from a clear need to bolster their attack, even after significant spending last summer on Nick Woltemade and Yoane Wissa, whose returns have been disappointing. With Woltemade netting infrequently and Wissa struggling for form, Howe has resorted to tactical shifts like using Anthony Gordon as a false nine. Delap represents a different kind of investment, younger, hungry, and eager to prove himself. This potential move signals a willingness to recalibrate their attacking options and redefine their offensive identity, seeking a striker who can lead the press, occupy defenders, and consistently find the net. For fans, it's a cautious optimism. Delap might not be the finished product, but under Howe's guidance, he could develop into a reliable Premier League performer. But with transfer targets being scouted, how will the current squad perform under intense derby pressure? We're diving into the fan perspective on Newcastle's mentality heading into the Tyne-Wear derby after a tough European outing. Derby fever, inside Newcastle's mindset and Howe's future. Following a heavy Champions League defeat to Barcelona, the question on every fan's mind is, how will Newcastle United respond in the high-stakes Tyne-Wear derby? While the pressure to win this fixture is always immense, the recent European exit amplifies the need for a strong performance at St. James Park. Manager Eddie Howe has acknowledged the team's failure to meet expectations in the reverse fixture and is demanding a resolute response. With their Champions League and FA Cup campaigns over, Newcastle can now fully concentrate on the Premier League, aiming to secure a European qualification spot, with a 3-week gap before their next league match against Crystal Palace offering crucial time for training and improvement. Despite a season of ups and downs, Eddie Howe's popularity among the fan base remains largely intact, with chants of his name echoing through the stadium, even if social media noise suggests otherwise. A second derby defeat to Sunderland could test that loyalty, but for now, he's seen as the manager who delivered a long-awaited trophy. The struggles of summer signings Nick Woltemade and Yoane Wissa are a concern. Wissa hasn't hit form due to fitness issues, while Woltemade's goals have dried up, raising questions about his fit within Newcastle's system. Standout performers this season include Malik Thiaw, Anthony Gordon, Harvey Barnes, and crucially, Bruno Guimaraes, whose contributions have been vital. Youngster Lewis Hall has also emerged as a top-tier left-back, potentially England's future starter. Expect a far more aggressive and intense approach from Newcastle in the derby, fueled by the home crowd and a desire to atone for past defeats. The strategy for Sunderland under Regis Lebris is likely to be a low block, aiming to frustrate Newcastle and exploit their struggles against packed defenses, a tactic that has troubled the Magpies against teams like Wolves and Manchester United. A 2-0 prediction for Newcastle hinges on an early goal, as a prolonged 0-0 scoreline would favor Sunderland's defensive approach. But can Newcastle's defense hold strong against a potentially stubborn Sunderland side? We're breaking down the tactical battle and key player matchups for the Tyne-Wear derby. Tyne-Wear derby, TV guide, kickoff time and team news. This Sunday, the fierce Tyne-Wear derby between Newcastle United and Sunderland is set to captivate fans, with a revised kickoff time of 12:00 p.m. This adjustment is primarily to accommodate television broadcasting schedules, with the match being aired live on Sky Sports. Such an early start is typical for high-profile derbies, serving a dual purpose of broadcast convenience and enhanced crowd management to prevent potential disorder. The history of this fixture is punctuated by intense moments, including past crowd disturbances that underscore the need for careful planning. For Sunderland supporters traveling to St. James Park, expect a charged atmosphere, and they will be escorted by police. The match holds significant weight for both Newcastle, looking to rebound from a tough loss and break a 15-year league winless streak against Sunderland, and Sunderland, aiming to extend their decade-long unbeaten run in league meetings. Newcastle's form has been inconsistent, but this derby presents a crucial opportunity to regain momentum. The team news and tactical setups will be critical, with Eddie Howe likely opting for a more aggressive approach compared to the previous encounter. Sunderland's strategy might involve a deep defensive block to frustrate Newcastle and limit their transition opportunities. The early stages of the game will be pivotal, as a breakthrough goal could dictate the flow and outcome of this highly anticipated clash. But what happens after the final whistle? We're looking at the broader implications for Newcastle's season. Stay tuned as we recap all the major headlines and give you the ultimate call to action. Newcastle and Sunderland are set to clash in a derby that's more than just a game. We're talking about a potential £40 million transfer for Newcastle United, eyeing a Chelsea star to boost their attack. Plus, we've got the fan perspective on Eddie Howe's future and how the team is gearing up for that massive Tyne-Wear derby showdown. Don't miss any of the action. Hit that like button, subscribe to news, smash that notification bell, and tell us your predictions in the comments below. Follow us on all social platforms for more exclusive content.